Those who sat on them had breastplates of fiery red, jacinth blue, and sulfur yellow. So yellow, blue, and red, or red, blue, and yellow. Um, so breastplates, red, blue, and yellow. Because of the way it says it, they seem to be lights. Interestingly enough, red and blue are police lights, but they had the yellow, which is more like fire. That's why it means it says sulfur yellow. And the heads of the horses were like the heads of lions. Once again, they seem to be hybrids or humans in exoskeletons. And the heads of the horses were like the heads of lions, and out of their mouths came fire. So, since out of their mouths comes fire, once again, it could be a vehicle being driven by a possessed human throwing fire from what it would be its mouth. Obviously, if we think it as a hybrid, pretty much anything is possible, so it would be kind of like imagining what we would see in a movie if Yahushua was being clearer than what we would expect. So, and the heads of the horses were like the heads of lions, and out of their mouths came fire, smoke, and brimstone, which is what destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. And we read that the days of the Son of Man would be like the days of Noah and like the days of Lot. The days of Noah, because of the Nephilim, because of the sin, and because of the world destruction that happened. And because of Lot, because of the sin, but because of the fire that came down. So this time it would be worldwide like Noah, but through fire like Lot, the time of Lot. So we are seeing another sign for it coming to the earth right before the death of the two witnesses in Revelation 11. For that which I just said, the destruction through fire of this earth will happen pretty much during the last plagues of the 3.5 last years. Here we are ending the first 3.5 years, but we are seeing signs that the fire, the sulfur, the smoke, and brimstone is coming to this earth, first through the mouths of these entities. Verse 18. By these 3 plagues, a third of mankind was killed. By these 3 plagues, a third of mankind was killed, meaning through fire, smoke, and brimstone. By the fire and the smoke and the brimstone which came out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth and in their tails. For their tails are like serpents having heads, and with them they do harm. And I won't even repeat the possibilities because I already said it many times. This could even be another type of manticore, for they are very similar, yet their tails are like serpents in this case. Also, it's interesting that in Revelation 11 we see that the two witnesses have fire that comes out of their mouths, but it is talking about their teaching that will test the people, will destroy false doctrines, etc. They are humans who will speak, and the spirit within them, which will be invisible, will be as fire. Instead of water, like when Messiah came as the water of life, now comes the consuming fire. Yet the people will reject the two witnesses, won't accept the fire of wisdom, the fire of knowledge and understanding. So that's why they will receive a literal fire that will come from the mouths of these entities, either hybrids or... For their power is in their mouth, just like a gun would throw a bullet out of the barrel, and well, that would look like the mouth of the gun. And I'm not talking about, well, we're not seeing guns here, but my point is that a weapon has a mouth, and what comes out of it is what destroys, and that is the power of that weapon. For the power is in their mouth and in their tails. For their tails are like serpents having heads, and with them they do harm.